Today's a new day here with the hives. We purchased one box of Carnelian bees and one box of Italian. Actually, Carnelian and the other one's Italian. Italians have been placed in here. Queen and everything is in the bottom. As you can see, they're loose and running around. They're finding some residual honey from the previous hive that didn't get extracted. Now, these things are called Nucs. They come in with 5 frames. So I left 5 from the previous and put the other 5 in. That's below. And now I'll show you here. Same thing. It's 5 frames here, and I'm going to slide the other 5 right in. Here we have the queen cage. Right there, there she is. Now there's a piece of candy that's stopping them from going in. And the reason there's a piece of candy right here is so it takes a while for them to get to her and release her. The delay helps her pheromones release into the hive and kind of make it almost tagging that hive. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and place that in the hive. It's going to be there for a few days till we check and we see that she's out. You might be able to see there's some honey already in these frames. Alright, so this is a starter set called a nuke. Comes with a queen, many bees as you could see, brood, which is the babies, the baby cells, and some food, honey. Alright, some empty cells for them to fill. So the last one's going in here. And while it might look crazy here, and you're like, what do your neighbors say? So the thing is, this is going to calm down. This is new for them. Come nightfall, sunset, sundown, this craziness here is going to subside there. And as much as you think like, well, how do they know which home is which? Hoping that the pheromones of this queen attract her hive, and the pheromones from the other queen attract her bees, and they'll be, walking into the right house, so to speak. I had these hives like this last year. They're right next to each other, and they really don't interfere with each other. It's an interesting hobby. Besides the honey, it's not really the biggest thing here. It's really just help the environment. It's none of my neighbors, no one. I mean, look, I'm in a pretty populated area. These bees, once they settle down, they're gonna start scouting, and I've seen them just leave my hives and just shoot out, and they find where they want to go, and they come back and they just run it back and forth. I'm here with Alex.
Hi.
Francesco, and we're checking on the queen. The cage here, you can see the queen is the longer one. She's got a blue dot. They put the blue dot in from where they shipped her. Right there. There she is. There she is. Alright. So she's out. Just gonna give her there was actually a block. There was a blockage here. Even with the candy eaten, there was a piece of plastic that was bent in. I don't think she could get out, so it's been a couple of days, so we pried the cage open. We're gonna release her to her
babies.
There she is, and there she goes. Now she's gonna start laying eggs. This actually doesn't matter right now. We can put this anywhere. They'll come out. She's going to start laying her eggs. I think I read up to 800 a day, but don't quote me on that. Nice warm day, and we got this. And they're off, one by one, flying out. This tree right here is covered in the honeybees. Can't really tell. Cherry blossom. They're working, they're pollinating the neighborhood. Some of them are drinking some water. Leftover dew. Even though I have sugar water right there. And inside.